It's natural to miss days gone by. Some events reach their pinnacle, seemingly never to fly so high again. Today, Jane Andrews looks back at a moment in time in a previous life. This is A Walk in the Park.
On our way to our recent vacation spot, I had the opportunity to show my husband my old stomping ground back when I was in radio. As much as I wanted to visit the radio station, it is abandoned now. No vehicles in the parking lot. Everything moves on. My time there was during the radio station's heyday. I was very fortunate to be a part of it. I was in my early 20s and anxious to use all of my creative writing skills to produce advertising campaigns. The staff at the radio station, both on-air and administrative, were some of the most interesting and talented people I ever knew, and that made for an exciting place to work. It was a time of cart machines, turntables, and reel-to-reel tape consoles in sound studios that were always busy. Those were the days when local radio was raw, real, and hardly perfect. That's when you got to know an announcer's character by how they handled goofing up. Recording commercials was always an event, so much so that the manager made us wait until the salespeople hit the streets before recording, because they would all hang around to hear it. And goofing up we did. One commercial was such a tongue twister that the reel was full of retakes. Turned out they were funnier than the original script. I rewrote it as a blooper reel. The client loved it. It was a huge success, and I ended up winning an award for it. Those were exciting times. A lot is lost with the convenience of downloading and streaming services. Music was no longer a party we were all invited to. It was now a party of one. I remember not wanting that radio time to end and mourning the fact that people move on. I read online of some folks who wanted to bring back that radio station. It's a very romantic notion. A friend of mine recently said that for some reason, music sounds better on the air, even if you own the album. Perhaps it's because we know we aren't the only ones listening. There's a party of listeners out there, even if we are listening alone in our cars.
You've been listening to A Walk in the Park with Jane Andrews, broadcasting each week at this time. A Walk in the Park is brought to you by Wild Birds Unlimited on Route 2 in Warwick.